Hello, everybody. This is Heidi Stone. Welcome to reading number one. Um, the stone that I had on top of the deck was the amethyst. So, this is the stone for this reading, and amethyst is great if you are needing a peace of mind. So, if that is some energy that you're needing right now, I just want you to know that I'm sending it straight to you. I love this stone. All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I was feeling a interesting situation, and it felt like, you know, the Ace of Pentacles can represents things that are tangible. And in this case, I was feeling someone is feeling imposter syndrome. So this can be feeling imposter syndrome at work. This can be feeling imposter syndrome with ourself if we're starting a new health journey. Like I'm feeling in particular like somebody is really wanting to get in shape and they're wanting to start a new kind of health journey, and so they've gone out and they've gotten a bunch of like workout material and workout clothing, and they're like I don't even know if I've made the right call here. I see someone else that just got a job or is wanting a job or is like starting to put applications in for a job, and they are feeling like, I don't know if I'm even qualified for this. I don't know if I deserve this. And then with another individual, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a girl in particular. So I don't know that this is not gender specific or anything, but I am feeling like a feminine energy. Someone that is holding a lot of feminine energy. They just got proposed to. So number one, congratulations. But I'm feeling like you just got proposed to and you feel like you're undeserving of it. And I feel like what you got, or what you're concerned is that you got what's called a shut me up ring. Like you were kind of pestering maybe your partner a little bit to propose and for you guys to get engaged, and you finally got proposed to, and now you're like, I don't know if this is genuine and I don't know how I feel anymore about all of this. So okay, if any of those situations resonate, this is the reading for you for sure. You know, the Nine of Cups really represents feeling like we're unfulfilled in the things that we have or the things that we've just been given. It's all about kind of reaching out there. You know, when I say out there, I mean things that are outside of ourselves. And when we get them, we're happy for a moment, but then we're no longer happy. So let's see let's see what's going on. So kind of what I'm seeing this is like the thing that's working for you is you're manifesting the things that you want, but you're not quite liking what you have. All right, I've got the Chariot, and this is representing the things that aren't working for you, and this spread. And the Chariot represents the sign of Cancer. And Cancerians are really good at kind of side scuttling out of a situation. They're represented by the symbol of the crab. And if you ever see like a crab walk, they kind of go sideways. So what I'm feeling is that something feels like it's not quite within reach for you. So something, and kind of tying in with that imposter syndrome, there's like this feeling of like something isn't really yours. Something is just barely out of reach. And there's a few different reasons for that. So as the reader, I view you as being the driver of the chariot, but we need to remember the chariot's not going to move forward unless both the white and black horse move together. And they move together in unison and with a sense of teamwork. And so when I feel like at work, if we're talking about a work situation, you're feeling like there's a lack of team membership, I guess is the word that you would say. You don't feel like you're part of the team. You kind of feel like you're just like this person in the background, or you're afraid that you're going to be that person. If this is health, What I'm feeling is that you don't have a team and you aren't setting up systems in place for yourself to hold yourself accountable. And if this is a love situation, you're just not on the same page with your partner at all. The other thing, you guys, is that this, the horses are white and black for a reason. If you look at the Rider-Waite deck, like this is you'll have to pull it up later in my video. I've got the Rider-Waite deck and I'll kind of talk about that too. But they're black and white for a reason. I think in the Rider-Waite deck, they're sphinxes. I could be wrong. I'd have to take a look at that again, but they do have these colors for a reason, and that's metaphorical for the type of thinking that we can have, which is things are either black or white. And that's not always true, right? Sometimes two things can be true at once, but our egos have a really hard time with that, right? We can be in love and things can be really hard in our relationship. We can have a really good job and it can be a really difficult job and we could need more training. We could be wanting to get in shape and putting all the things in place, but we can also have some days where we're lazy and it's hard. So I'm feeling like someone out there is really struggling with black and white thinking and feeling like two things can't be true at the same time. So what's the advice? The advice, you guys, is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is kind of a tough energy. And I'm going to tell you why. With the Nine of Pentacles, it really symbolizes that we need to get grounded and realistic within ourselves, and that true accomplishment comes from small milestones. So I don't know if you can see, there's all of these pentacles on the ground. And this to me represents and is symbolic of the path that we all must take to reach our goals, which is slow and steady. And when we take things slow and steady, that's how we avoid feeling that imposter syndrome. So if you are on a health journey, what I'm feeling is that you really need to be putting some tangible milestones and goals in place. If you are, and that getting like the exercise equipment and clothing and whatever is a great first milestone, and to celebrate each milestone as you meet it. Okay. And it's okay if this health journey takes you some time. If this is a work-related thing, I'm feeling that kind of the same thing. I also feel like I'm feeling like these pentacles are all stepstones for training. So what I'm feeling is that in your imposter syndrome kind of feeling, or in this job that you're trying to get or whatever, that you're kind of rushing through some of the basic things because you don't like the way that you feel, and that you really want to kind of go back to the basics. Ask all of the questions, even if it feels really archaic and dumb. Make sure you're asking all of the appropriate questions, because you're going to feel really silly later down the line if you don't have the answers to those very basic questions. So make sure you're asking those questions. If this is a love situation, what I'm feeling is two things. That there's some milestones that you guys have skipped past. And that's what's kind of, and that's part of the reason why you're feeling this imposter syndrome. There's some milestones. This is a big card to me about milestones. And so maybe you guys don't have a plan in place for buying a house. Maybe you guys don't have some things in place for what does your future need to look like, even past like the marriage and all of that, if you guys so choose to do that. Do you guys want children? What does money look like? So I'm feeling like there's some tangible things that aren't quite in place, that if you put them in place are going to help you feel a lot better. There's someone here that really needs to encourage their partner to go to premarital counseling. I feel like it's just going to be this great place for you guys to help communicate with one another. But the big thing is, I'm feeling someone is really just needing to focus on getting grounded. I'm feeling like you can do that in a really tangible way, whether that's going and getting a facial or taking a nice hot bath, something to kind of get you out of this feeling very ungrounded energy. That's the big thing, is I'm feeling the need to get grounded. And there's basically two paths you could take with this advice that I'm giving you. You can be in the weeds with the Five of Wands, which is a really difficult energy. It's like you just are fighting through this imposter syndrome feeling. Or you come from a place where you are above the situation, where you're stepped outside of your ego. You're not using your ego, you're above it, and you're just kind of batting away at the issues. And here you're in the weeds. And for some of you, you may need this. You may need to feel like you're battling things out, and that's going to be helpful for you. But my preferred method, you guys, is to be stepped outside of our ego. And that helps for me, that helps me stay more in tune with what really matters. But ultimately, I feel that things are going to be good for you guys. If this is a romantic situation, I see a wedding, and I see things not right away, but I do see a wedding, and I see things being really beautiful for you guys. But you are going to want to take those tangible steps that I was kind of referring to and talking about. And if this is a health journey, I feel that over time that you're gonna start to accept your body, and that this is a big journey about self-acceptance. And that if this is a work work situation, I do feel like you're gonna start to feel more engaged with your team, and that's a big way for you to kind of feel more comfortable. I did pull one oracle card, you guys, and I have the card of patience. Your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. So this is an amazing card, and I'm going to tell you guys why, because this means that the universe is on your side. The universe has your back. It's important that you're aligning yourself with the energetic frequencies that you're seeking. So, because the universe is working with you right now. So we don't want to be manifesting feelings of anxiety or whatever, that you're kind of this imposter syndrome that you're feeling. You want to be aligning yourself with the energy that you want in your life. But ultimately, you guys, if you're feeling this imposter syndrome, just like have a peace of mind in knowing that the universe is wanting you to be happy in whatever the situation is. And that all you basically need to do is get yourself in line with the energy frequency that you're seeking, and to kind of break things out into tangible steps. They need to, like, it's like something you almost need to be feeling. You don't want things to be too ethereal for you right now, because that's not very grounding. So, okay, you guys, I hope this was helpful. If you are needing a more tailored reading, please go ahead and reach out to me at HeidiStoneTarot@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to look into your situation further. Okay, you guys.